Because when you pay 100,000 US dollar, that will work out to about 400,000 of our ringgit, you will expect high quality product, but it is not like that.
Keep their life so simple that it's always just about wake up, sleep, and then it's not always about flashy things. And innovators have no time for all these flashy things.
It has developed the car from scratch in 3 years. And Apple has been trying to develop an Apple car and they dropped the idea after 10 years.
Hey guys, welcome to Yes Academy Podcast. And with me again, Mr. Pang.
And Leo. I think after this we should stop doing that already. But it's still nice lah. But we should stop doing that already.
Let's find a new intro then.
New way to intro ourselves or new way to intro our podcast?
Both. Why not both? Something that people can remember every time. Yeah, like how we start.
You know, when we introduce ourselves, right? They got to know us, and then after that we put it on screen, so it's double actually.
Oh,
double remembrance, right?
I don't know. It works for me.
Okay, well, it works for you. It works for me. Okay, come. Let's dive into this
Quadrant 4.
Quadrant 4.
Yeah,
right?
we're talking about Quadrant 3. Yeah.
Yeah, the last one we talked about Quadrant 3.
Existing product, new market.
New market,
Yes.
existing product. Yes, new market, existing product. What are we going to do in that quadrant? Now, Quadrant 4 is
New product, new market.
new product, new market. That means you are specifically developing a product just for that market. And I've shared the example of NVIDIA in one of the episodes, right?
Yes.
Where NVIDIA has actually created a product specially for the Chinese market. But of course, China decided not to buy. And that was those products were declared as total loss.
And when it comes to this particular Quadrant 4, I actually remember about Nokia. Nokia used to be the number one phone maker.
Oh, yes.
But now they are the number one, I wouldn't say number one, but top cybersecurity firm in the world.
They are in a business that is different from where they were 20 years ago.
Yes.
And that was only 20 years ago.
Time flies, really.
Time flies, right? So that is why when we talk about new product and new market, the strategy is in terms of diversification. You want to diversify into this market, right? Because number one is that you have no footing in this market, but you really know that this market has the potential. So you really want to go into this market, but there is no product currently that can satisfy this market. So you may do your research, come up with a new product, and especially for this market. Now, to me, this market is, this quadrant is very risky. Either you make it or you break yourself.
Yes. Because I think going into a new market or even making a new product takes a lot of resources and money.
Yes. You see, because you have to do two things. You have to create a new product, and at the same time, you have to develop this market. And when you want to do two things at the same time, that's where it takes a lot of resources from you in terms of your manpower, your money, and also your time. So the question is that does company or organizations or entrepreneurs, will they have the resources to focus on this market? So that is the big question. And you may not get a return, or you may not see the return so fast.
I see. Yeah, because, when you go into a new market, nobody knows you.
Yes.
Yeah. Despite who you were, I mean, doesn't matter your credentials, but when you go into a new market, you're a newbie.
Nobody knows you.
Correct.
Basically, you have to develop the market from scratch.
Yeah.
Yes, from zero. Nobody knows you. That is why for Q4 is actually a combination of Q2 plus Q3.
Yes.
Whatever you are doing in Q2 plus whatever you are doing in Q3, you put it in Q4.
And it's not easy. And we also often see even big corporations fail as well. Like some of our prominent examples will be company like MySpace, funded by Microsoft, but failed.
Yep, true. Yeah. And not only that, you have Skype.
Yeah, funded by Microsoft too.
Failed. Microsoft too, and it died off.
Yes. And I think partly when the CEO steps down, everything just goes, and that becomes soulless, And not just that, we also see companies like, what's that company again? Not MySpace, I forgot. big Amazon wallet, yeah, Amazon flights, hotels, all that.
Yes, see, so that is why you want to go into a new market. It doesn't mean, it doesn't guarantee you success, because a lot of things you need to put in. Can you imagine Q2 and Q3 separately? It is already like so many things you need to do.
Yes.
And you need to combine these two to become Q4.
Wow, that is a lot of work.
A lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of time. So that is why, for me personally, if anybody who want to go into Q4, has to be very well prepared. If not, just for the time being, don't prioritize Q4.
Well, this reminds us of the world richest guy, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk,
who retired from PayPal, then went into rocket, solar, and then electric cars.
Yes, he was like a pioneer in all the fields that he went into. But of course, right now you can see that when the Chinese car comes in, they are really wrecking the market. And that is where you can see that Elon Musk, Tesla, has been losing a lot of market share in the EV world.
Yes.
And talking about that, let me give you another example. Cybertruck. By Tesla, Cybertruck, right? They are definitely a new product, and I would believe that they are targeting a new market.
Yes.
Because who would want to spend $100,000 right, minimum, just to buy a truck, where normal trucks in US will cost about what, 60, 70,000 US dollar? So this is basically way, way higher. Yeah. And this is definitely Q4. Elon Musk was actually taking a big risk in terms of coming out with Cybertruck. And recently I heard that Cybertruck was not doing so well. It is not doing too well, right? And basically right now a lot of people in US, because it is only sold in US, wouldn't want to buy Cybertruck.
I remember that when Trump got elected, and then they do the DOG, and then a lot of people boycott Tesla as well.
Yes, that is part of it also. But when it comes to the business part of it, right, because Cybertruck was launched even before Trump came into the office, so you can see that it created a lot of hypes.
Yes,
it created a lot of hypes. He managed to create that kind of hypes. People were looking forward to it, but because he took too long to develop the product, people lost interest. And then when it came out, it brought up the hype again. But people found out something. There were defects in the product.
Oh wow! I didn't know
there
that.
were defects in the product, and it wasn't as per the quality that they are paying for. Because when you pay $100,000 US dollar, that will work out to about 400,000 of our ringgit. You will expect high quality product, but it is not like that, right? It's not like that. And if you were to read online, you will see a lot of owners, they complain about the quality of Cybertruck, and that is why that was one thing that actually affected the demand for Cybertruck. And the other part is also in terms of it is only sold in US market. They cannot sell Cybertruck in any other market in the world. So basically your market is limited.
Yes, and there are not many customers in US as well.
Yeah.
Pricing is also a problem, market is a problem, people is a problem.
Yes, so that is why he did not do his research well. I personally felt that he didn't do his research well to understand his market. And I believe that Cybertruck was sold on hypes. And on hypes alone.
Just like how you sell Dogecoin, Shiba coin.
Yes. So yeah, it's basically on hype. So that is why I always believe that even though you are the richest man in the world, you must have something solid behind you. Then it will take off.
Yeah, just like his SpaceX company. It's actually not a coincidence. The success of SpaceX, although some people are already catching up, 90% of the world, those satellites are being transported by SpaceX.
Yes, correct. And of course, in fact, he transported his own satellites also, because he has Starlink.
Yes.
Yeah, he also transported his own satellite. But to me, he was like the first person to ever commercialize space. It's not like those days when you want to send satellites or any of the spaceship up, you need NASA, right? Every country, they have their own government agencies, space agencies. But I think he's practically the pioneer when it comes to space exploration.
So which is why I think history will see him as an innovator, something like Thomas Edison. But
Yes.
I think even bigger than that, someone like Iron Man in the movie.
Yeah, they call him Iron Man anyway. But anyway, let's come back. But if you want to be successful in this market, number one is that you really need to put in the resources. You need to combine Q2 and Q3 together. And one of the things that I believe that will sum up what you need to do in this quadrant is in terms of branding. Branding that includes product, the price, the place, and the promotions.
And also the person.
And the person, yes. Everything all lumped together, that's about branding.
And especially coming to this economy, especially this era, personal branding is so important. Like, for example, whatever Elon Musk sells, just like we also have in China, Lei Jun from Xiaomi. Yeah, they call him the number one carer in China.
Yeah,
because whenever he starts his, let's call it live streams, then boop, the sales just go up.
Yeah. And talking about that, let's go for a short break, and then when we come back, we can talk about we can use Xiaomi as an example. How Xiaomi actually launched their car,
Wow,
SU7 and U7.
Yes.
Yeah, and how he created success out of the cars that he sold. So let's go for a short break, and then when we come back, we can discuss about this quadrant in detail.
Be right back. And welcome back. And we're talking about, combining quadrant 2 and 3 into quadrant 4.
Quadrant 2 and 3, you combine it, that is what quadrant 4 is all about.
Yes.
Right? And also just now we were talking about
Xiaomi, Lei Jun.
Cybertruck, the Cybertruck, where it is actually under Q4. And of course, right now you can see that the demand has dropped tremendously, but there is a success story. Xiaomi.
Oh, yes. I'll say one thing. I come to admire this guy.
Yeah, Lei Jun.
Yeah. If we can, let's talk a little bit about this guy. From my heard, he's actually from the Ivy League in China. He's very smart.
He's from
person.
a very prestigious university, and he studied engineering, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, and actually the other day I also was watching a video on his history of him and Xiaomi, how Xiaomi came about, and how Xiaomi was focusing in the consumer electronic industries, and he was very good in terms of that. But what actually intrigued me or attracted me to him was the way he developed cars. Because Xiaomi was never in the car industry 4 years ago. In 2020, he was never in the car industry. He only started developing the car in 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And then he launched his first model in 2023, he launched his first model, SU7. And then last year, he launched U7. And within 3 years, he was able to successfully launch 2 models.
And very hot selling. And he's actually getting the biggest market share and also the most profitable market share as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one thing I love about this guy, when we talk about someone as a role model, even like someone like Elon Musk, he's actually a genius in his own field. So one thing about Lei Jun, this guy, where he started from, I think he's the chief engineer for WPS office. And he's a very great coder. I think back then, the company couldn't do without him. And then I think somehow along the way, during the Microsoft versus WPS, the Microsoft Office versus WPS, the long fight over them, then I think somehow he got disappointed. Then only he started his journey with Xiaomi and everything else.
Yeah.
So his past experience has given him the courage to go into this. Of course, it made him a lot of money first, platform as well. So his technical skills are so strong, which is why it makes me look after him, because I know that him to be a meticulous and a stoic person.
Yes.
And he's extremely humble as well. The way in the early stage of Xiaomi, he even tried to go to the streets and sell it. I mean, can you imagine a CEO doing something like that? I think the way he speaks is so soft. I mean, he's really someone we can learn.
Yeah. I believe that because he created a lot of products, but of course, if you look at it, he started by copying.
Yes.
He started by copying because that is the best way to learn. But after that, as you can see what he's doing now, he has become an innovator. Although he still copies some part of it, but he also innovates the other part of it. But just let's take the car as an example, right? For me, that was total innovation. Yeah, but of course he does copy from the other models also, the good things about the other models. But the car that he has created are basically winning cars,
Yes. And
best-selling cars.
in fact, he is actually continuing the Tesla Roadster's dream, because Tesla Roadster's dream took a long time to deliver. Even back then, I wanted to actually order it. I am glad I did not pay for the deposit because it's not refundable.
And not only that, Tesla didn't come up with the Roadster.
Yeah. So at that time, Tesla was marketing the car 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, kilometer in 1.9 or 1.8 seconds. But Xiaomi can do, I think SU7 did 1.7.
I'm not sure about the spec,
Yeah.
but what actually created the success of SU7, the
Yes.
first car, the sedan car, SU7, was basically in terms of when I compare it against the marketing strategies that you use, the branding part of it, the product, the price, the place, the promotion, and also the service, I would say that in terms of product, they have a winning product.
Yes.
In terms of pricing, fantastic. They can actually create that product within $30,000.
Yes, and not only that, it forces BMW, all those German cars, to reduce their price by 50%.
Exactly. And in terms of place, just place your order. And I understand within the first hour or within the first 24 hours, I couldn't remember, they have secured the order of 200 over 1,000 cars.
Yes.
Within 24 hours, I think, within 24 hours.
Yes.
And 200 over 1,000 cars. And in terms of promotion, they didn't have to do so much. The car is selling by itself.
Yeah, and which is why I think the American dream is in China right now.
Yes, correct. It's a China dream. and put it this way, right? If let's say, and he has developed the car from scratch in 3 years, and Apple has been trying to develop an Apple car, and they dropped the idea after 10 years. So can you imagine the kind of focus, the kind of vision that the CEO has of where he wants to bring his company? So if you want to succeed in Q4, you definitely need to have that kind of mindset and that kind of thinking to be able to succeed in Q4.
I think it has to do with the Chinese mentality. One thing about Chinese is that it's always about sacrifice. It's always about, work hard. And because the overall, I wouldn't say this will last forever, but in every single generations or every single civilization, they will come to a point where there is a time where everyone wants to give the most to the deed. So I think it happens that this time Chinese people are willing to give their everything best.
Yes.
And it's a stakeholder value maximization, not the stockholder value maximization.
Yes, correct.
So which is why we are living, let's say, the golden era of China.
Yeah, and also, right, I'm sure he faced a lot of challenges.
A lot. I mean, recently he got into a lot of trouble. His stock tanked about 50% because all the car players are attacking him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's successful.
Too successful. And even after that, sales still okay. Because at the end of the day, those tactics that he used, they call it deceptive tactics that he used, it's actually normal tactics used by other car makers. So what can you say about him? So, and I think he has that kind of aura where no matter what he does, people still support him. He has that kind of...
That is why right now we are talking about Q4. Yeah, that is a very good example of how you can actually succeed in Q4. It's not only about you need to do Q2 and Q3, but with the right mindset, right, and the right resources that you put in, you will succeed in Q4.
Yes.
But how many entrepreneurs will be willing to put in that kind of effort to succeed in this one?
Oh,
in this quadrant.
I would say this person probably will be a lifeless person. And either very lucky, he just happened to know the right person, that right person worked with him, that's it, end of story. Or you have to put in so much work that your work is your life.
I believe it will be the second one. His work is his life.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is Q4. So basically, we have covered all the quadrant: Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And as you can see, that strategies are very different. The tactics are very different. So there's no one thing that will work for each of the quadrant. You need to look at which will be your priority. Yeah, whether you want to prioritize Q1, Q2, Q3, or Q4. But my personal recommendation is don't prioritize Q4.
No, yeah.
Never put that as a priority. Q1, definitely you need to defend. To me, that is a priority
That's
because
bread
that is
butter.
your bread and butter.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And then after that, how you want to develop, whether you want to develop new products or you want to develop new market, it's up to you, individual entrepreneurs.
Yes. And Q4, unless you have, let's just put it this way, unless you know what you're doing.
Yes, unless you know what you're doing and you are very focused, and to do that, you are not afraid of failure. Yes, then Q4 will work for you. If you are not prepared for that, then don't go into Q4. Well, so basically, those are all the 4 quadrants.
Yeah. And oh wow, we talked about so many people as well. I mean, it's a very good ride, I would say.
We learn.
So much.
Yes, we learn from these people. They have been successful. I believe that they have also gone through a lot of failures.
Yes.
But what we are seeing are only the success stories, but we don't see what they failed. But yes, we learn from them. We learn from them and see whether we can replicate them or not.
Yeah. Actually, I have something to share when it comes to replicating them. One thing that I actually discovered about all these people who they are a very simple person. And their works define them. So they keep their life so simple that it's always just about wake up, sleep, and then it's not always about flashy things. And innovators have no time for all these flashy things.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
So for entrepreneurs who wants to be successful, you don't need to show off.
There's no need to. And people who show off most likely are not innovators. They are. Okay, we'll reserve that word. It's a very harsh word.
But it's okay. Yeah, we are all learning.
Yeah, all
So
learning.
that is why, please remember, how you manage your business portfolio. Remember, you have Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4.
Yes.
So you please use different strategies and different tactics in each of the quadrant. And remember, at the end of the day, you want to do well in your business venture. You want to do well in anything that you have put your mind and thoughts about it. Because at the end of the day, you have spent some money on it.
And guys, if you guys love his ebook, okay, maybe you have to sell your extended ebook, right?
Well, let's talk about that in another episode. But please remember to download the ebook. But this ebook was written during the pandemic 2020, 2021. It's time for another upgrade already. Yeah. So please give me ideas in terms of how I can upgrade the ebook. Yes, your ideas are all most welcome. Your feedback will be much appreciated.
So guys, see you guys in the next episode, and thank you.